been a gain of about 17, but it's an incompletion. Take a look.
Got to control it all the way down. The defender gets his hand in there, and that's good camera work.
He had it till he hit the ground, and he dropped it. And he was kind of, didn't look like he had it all the way, pulled all the way in. So, and the official was right on top of it. They worked the edge that time again. They thought maybe they'd go over the middle. Now the safety back for East. A little bit of a screen for Brady. Brady has blockers. Brady up near the 40-yard line and a first down, 11 yards on 2nd and 10.
I think Logan's been really good at this season. If they get a turnover, they'll make you pay for it, and they're driving now down on East. And East has not been in this position before. We were giving up 20 points and potentially another score here.
East is starting to platoon defensive linemen in and out, trying to keep those big guys fresh. That's what we talked about. If Logan can hang around, they might be able to wear out some of those horses.
I don't care how young you are. If you're 6 feet, 285 or 320, you do a few sprints, you're going to get tired.
Well, East has that safety back there again this time. 4-man rush. Falk looking over the top to Brady. Brady can't get there because the safety, Robbins, is right on top of it.
Neil Robbins back around the coverage. The Leopards.
You got to think they're going to keep that safety there a little more often because Logan loves to go over the top and run those fly routes down the sideline.
Well, that's right in his hands, but then the safety, Robbins, is there to knock it away. If Robbins doesn't get over there, and that's interesting, he didn't have as much room because they were on the near hash, so Robbins didn't have to cover as much ground. Robbins is up, no safety deep. What's going on? Logan moving? Yep.
Illegal.
It's going to be 2nd and 15 for Logan, their 3rd penalty. So 2nd and 15, the penalty backs him up to the 45. Again, that safety is up for Logan, or for East, excuse me. We wondered if maybe they'd send somebody down the seam with no safety there. They haven't yet. They've been working the edges.
They've got Brady in the slot now, the near side, and Artist in the slot on the far side.
Falk. Now they look to the middle. It's Compton, and he can't haul it in. He had it for a second, and as soon as he hit the ground, it popped loose. Okay, they went after that no safety look.
I just think Compton is a half a step slow because of his hamstring injury, and we've seen that 3 times tonight where he's just that much short. So we know he can make that catch and run that ball down when he's healthy.
He had enough for that one to pull it back toward his body, but not enough to control it. Compton 7th all time. Excuse me, Brady 7th all time with 134 catches. Compton's 3rd in history in the state for catches for a season. It's 12 away from first place. There they go down the middle again, this time Artist, and he hauls it in. Artist is turning in a masterpiece tonight.
At the 17-yard line, Grizzly, first down.
Well, and they could easily call pass interference there. When the ball's in the air, you got to get your hands off, and they're going to let that catch ride with no flags.
28 yards.
And another first down.
134 yards for Artist on 8 catches.
He was trying to get the Angie's Player of the Game coupon to clean the sink, and it's only the 2nd quarter.
He's hungry. He's a starving Artist. Oh, we could go on all night. Falk's going to roll. They're going to move him around. Again, off that back foot, and he just throws this one away.
Pass, 10 for ball. Artist incomplete, 2nd down.
I mean, that's interesting, this whole back foot thing.
He's been doing it all night, you're right.
He has, and so it makes you wonder You know, he's taking a few shots. Is he doing that on purpose? He usually steps into stuff.
A couple of them I've seen, he's really done it on purpose. Trying to loft that ball in there because he's trying to get his receivers behind the defenders of East.
Give his guys a chance.
Yeah.
That's what I wonder. East looks like they made a jump. Offside. It's on the Leopards. That's their second penalty. That's their second penalty.
Well, 2nd down and 5 now for Logan on about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, they can get a first down at the 7. Let's just take a look at the East sideline there. Not sure what to do if they get behind. Press coverage to the top of the screen. Looks like man on the bottom. Inside it, release, and Falk overthrows Compton, and Falk to the wall. Falk was 22 attempts behind Alex Hart of Jordan for #1 all-time. He's now #1 all-time. He has 30 attempts. Rich and Compton to the near side. He's looking at Compton. Compton at the 5, 1st and goal. Logan at the 4-yard line and an 8-yard gain on 3rd down.
First catch, I believe. Been thrown at 4 times now. That's the first one he's brought in.
There's still 7 minutes to play in this first half. This has been a whale of a ball game. In, Brady to the top of your screen. Artist, Compton, Rich at the bottom of the formation. Falk goes back of the end zone. Touchdown, Logan. They take the lead for the first time tonight. Zach Rich hauls it in.
Just a nice route by Rich and great patience by Falk to wait for him to open up in the back of the end zone. Number 6, Zach Swenson, tries to chase him down, but he's out of position.
PAT for Logan is good. It's 27-20. East trails. Last time they did that was against Logan in the state title game last year. Logan takes the lead on East, 27-20. East led 20-7, 20 unanswered points by the Grizzlies. And 2 possessions, 2 turnovers by East, the great equalizer, not holding on to the pigskin.
Yeah, you don't want to give Logan good field position. That's what's happened both times in those turnovers. They've taken advantage of it with 14 points off the turnovers. 13 points technically, they missed an extra point.
This one right at the 2-yard line. It's Curtis. This time he's not going the distance. Logan playing with a little bit more spring in their step as Cade Watterson made the tackle.
That is amazing how good offensive play and defensive play will fire up the special teams.
Cade Watterson on the tackle from the Grizzlies.
Logan leading 27-20, 6:33 to play in the first half.
This has been a long first half with all this scoring. 47 points on the board. Hello.
Baez back to throw. Got plenty of time. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fakahafua couldn't haul it in, and Baez gets hit just as he got rid of it. Well, it's been a 58-minute first half, and there's still 6:26 to play. which in football time is about 3.5 hours. Fakahafua, another receiver wide. There goes Patatefa in motion. Instead, they give it to the big man, Tulutau,
Handoff to Tulutau.
which is a Polynesian word for tank. He's like a big old Abrams tank in there. 5 yards for Tulutau. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Just bowling people over, and one Grizzly gets there first, hangs on for dear life. Please come and help me, the rest of my teammates. That's what he's saying.
That's Sam Benyon. That's somebody you got to take out right at the shins, huh? Tulutau carries, and he gets 2 on 3rd and 5, so it'll be 4th down and 3.
They're going to send the punt team in.
Force it 2 for the Leopards.
Coach Matic and Coach Favero have really had some battles, haven't they? 2 last year, East versus Logan, and then remember that Park City playoff game?
Yeah.
And Matic was coaching there and blocked the punt to win.
That was unbelievable.
First punt of the game by East. Brady gets into East territory. Logan leads by 7, 27-20. There's 5 minutes to play in the first half. If you're just joining us, no one has scored more than 13 points on East so far this season. Logan's put up 27, and there's 5 to play in this first half. Logan, their low-scoring game of the season was against Mountain Crest, 17. Prior to that, it was 27.
Grizzly offense can put a lot of points on the board. That's for dang sure.
And the Leopards defense didn't have much time to rest. Falk waits and throws behind Compton. He had Compton breaking inside, and Falk kind of double clutched it, and it got away from him.
Well, that pocket for the Grizzlies is almost non-existent. It's collapsing every time Falk's got to get rid of that ball.
He's had enough time to go 16 of 33 for 236 yards and 3 touchdowns. 4-man rush. Falk has his man. Big hit. But it's going to be 3rd and 2 after an 8-yard gain to Compton.
At the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 1 to the Grizzlies.
Compton 2 catches, 16 yards. Logan 5 of 7 on 3rd downs.
Sure doesn't look like either one of these coaches are taking this game lightly for a game that doesn't really mean anything.
I wonder if that has something to do with what happened last year.
It's got to.
Falk, a lot of time. Catch made, 1st down. Ball's free. East is there. Let's see who's on it. Who caught it and then who fumbled it. East football. So Logan with their first turnover. Let's see who it was. It was Compton. It was Compton, and he lost the football on the hit. He picked up about 8 yards and then lost that football. He got sandwiched by 3 Leopards.
One of them got their hand right on the ball and the arm.
Pitch to Patatefa. Patatefa gets the edge. Still running. He's out near the 1st down marker before he finally gets slowed down. Let's see, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 40, so he picked up 7. 3 carries, 19 yards for Patatefa.
2 turnovers for the Leopards so far, and now Logan repays the favor with 1.
Valles keeps it. Valles loses yardage. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Preston Curtis on the option decided not to pitch it. Logan playing good defense and everybody penetrating.
3rd down. 7.
East is 1 of 3 on third downs. It's now 3rd and 7. Now with Logan, it's tough pass rushing against a team that runs this triple option because you have to be gap sound. You have to still watch for that run. You can't really just sell out against a possible pass. And 7 yards, that's makeable with this running offense. Baez is going to throw it. Gets to the edge. Looks, has a man. It looks like a catch, and it is.
Pass complete on
Out to midfield. 14 yards and a first down. Looks like it was Fakahafua. Let's see if it was Swenson or Fakahafua.
Picks up a Leopard first down at the 50-yard line.
It's Swenson. Baez is going to throw again over the middle. Fakafua's standing there wide open. He's hauled down at the Logan 30, 20 yards, and another East first down.
Really impressed with this quarterback, Baez, making good decisions, good passes. He's a great running quarterback as well. He's got a rifle on him. That's a nice throw, right on the numbers.
And again, with Logan key and run, he's had plenty of time to throw the ball. When they do decide to throw, that time they move that pocket. 3 wide receivers, and they're going to throw again. This time Benyon puts some pressure on him. Baez keeps it alive, back inside, showing escapability. And he's down to the 22-yard line, a gain of, well, they're going to say the 23, a gain of 7.
Benyon's got 2 shots at him on that play, and he misses both of them. Baez is slippery.
Second down, 3 for the Leopards.
2:20 to play in the first half. East looking to tie up the score. Logan looked like they were going to go up 2 scores, and then they coughed up the football. Now East trying to make them pay. Baez keeps it. Pitches the last minute. No, the ball's free, but it looks like Baez fell right on top of it. He was trying to pitch it, and he couldn't get his hands free. Talk about a break. Baez fell right on top of it.
Third down.
No gain.
Third down and 3 for the Leopards.
Well, I don't think he's going to pitch it. There's a hand in there, and it popped it out.
And it just fell right underneath him, and they tackled him right on top of it. Connor was there, but couldn't dig it out. 3rd and a long 3.
Timeout on the field.
Matic wants a timeout. 1:29 to play in the first half. East looking at 3rd and 3 at the Logan 22-yard line.
Well, we did find a student of the week this week, sponsored by Wendy's. We're going to find Maddie McAllister. That's correct. A member of the cheer squad. And maybe someday she'll get get a ring from S.E.M. Jewelers, middle of the block, sign of the clock, where Utah gets engaged. That tells the story right there.
Cheerleader, huh?
Well, they're pretty smart, they're very athletic, and they're right on the sideline for a quick interview.
Are they going to put you on the top of the pyramid?
Those poor kids. That would be like child abuse.
6'3", 295?
Yeah. Me and all the East linemen can hang out.
You go with the football roster measurements. I go with the basketball ones. 6'2", 215. 3rd and 3. Let's see what Brandon Matic's Leopards dial up. Here's the give. Curtis isn't going to get there. I have not seen Tulu Town that whole series. Big number 2. It was Curtis that was playing fullback. No gain for Curtis. And Tulu Town still not in the ball game. Wonder if he's been dinged up. 4th down and 3. See if they throw it. Looks like they're going to. Baez looking for his man. He overthrows. And a flag. They're going to call Wildman for roughing the passer. Valles
Late hit, roughing the pass.
made sure that the officials saw that Wildman ran into him. And it's a roughing the passer call. The official wasn't even looking, and he turned around and looked and saw Valles laying on the ground.
Wow.
And then pulled his flag. And I don't think we can see it here, but I was watching it the whole way.
Nothing worse than when an official.
So he gets rid of it. And one step, Wildman bumps into him. Valles goes flying back like he'd been shot out of a cannon. The official's looking downfield. He turns and looks and sees Valles laying there and then pulls his flag. And Coach Favero went clear out onto the field to tell him how he did not disagree with that call.
I'm sure that's exactly what he said.
But don't leave it up to the stripes. Don't hit the quarterback. Valles is going to keep. This has been his drive. He stood in there. He took the hit. He made sure the official saw him get hit. So you got to give the quarterback some credit. 4 yards for Valles. So instead of Logan getting the ball back, East has it 2nd and 6 at the Logan 7 with 20 seconds to play. Atatefe in motion. First man through. Spun around. He's going to be short of the first down. It's Solovai. He's going to pick up 4, and East calls timeout with 10 seconds to play in the half.
I looked up and down the east sideline. I cannot see number 2, Tulutau.
Now he looks like he's coming onto the field, Lee.
Where he's been hiding over there.
How do you hide a kid that big?
I don't know. I couldn't find him.
Ula Tulutau, 6'1", 225. And yeah, there he is right by the coach, stepping into the huddle. Maybe they were just giving the kid a break. You know, he fumbled a couple of times. Maybe they were having him get his head right.
Get his head back in the game.
And now, with 3rd down and not quite 3, they're at the 9-yard or the 4-yard line. They can get a first down at the 1, but there's only 10 seconds left in the half. And if they run the ball, they're going to have a hard time getting 2 plays off. I believe East does have one more timeout.
Yeah, they still have timeout, yeah.
33 for the Leopards.
He's trying to tie it up before the half. Atatefa in motion. Valles throwing the slant, knocked down. Nelson saw it coming the whole way. 7 seconds to play, 4th down. Nelson kind of jumping up and down like, oh, if I take one more step, if he takes one more step, he's going the other way.
That's right. You can only get one hand on it now. If he gets both hands, he's going.
You know, that was smart by Nelson. He realized he couldn't get both hands out there and catch it, so he just made sure to knock it down. Didn't tip it up in the air or anything. 4th and 3. 7 seconds to play in the half. Curtis goes in motion. Valles throwing the slant, and it's dropped. So East does not score. And Logan will take over with 3 seconds to play in the half. Let's take another look at this one. Levon's heading down to the sidelines. Valles looking at that slant. And Fakahufua can't haul it in. Nose down on that one. And Logan's just going to take a knee. There's still 3 seconds left. Falk's got to make sure he doesn't step back into the end zone, and that will be the end of the half. 27-20. Logan leads East at the half.
Here at Lewiston State Bank, we offer lots of different loan products to meet your needs. We're happy to work with you and hope that you would enjoy working with us.
We had to take out an automobile loan, and so we came into Lewiston State Bank, and she was so good. She worked with me really, really well.
We are proud to have been serving our customers for over 100 years with personalized, friendly service. Please come in and meet your new friends at Lewiston State Bank.
I have found Maddie McAllister. Maddie, you are the Wendy's Student of the Week. First of all, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Now tell me, why would the coaches and staff here pick you as a Student of the Week? You're a pretty sharp kid.
I guess so. I guess.
What's your GPA, and tell me your favorite class?
It's a 3.8, and I love English and I love history.
Wow, those are fantastic. Obviously, you're a cheerleader, and that's a ton of work. Tell me about being on the cheer squad and really what that means here at Logan High.
Being on the cheer squad means that you work as a team, and I'm here to promote school spirit, and I want to make sure that everyone's included, and I want to be a friend to everyone.
Oh, fantastic. What are you going to do when you get out of high school?
I'm going to go up to USU, and I'm going to go and major as an elementary teacher.
Oh, fantastic choice. Well, here's 2 coupons to Wendy's for $5 each. Go and take your friends and have a nice meal.
All right, thank you.
Back to you, Eric Olson.
All right, thanks a lot, Lee. Hey, the High-Lows performing here at the half. Let's take a look and listen. Problem for the High-Lows. 27-20, Logan leading East in an entertaining first half on the Game of the Week, and it was brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness. Never give up. Lewiston State Bank, your hometown bank with a new branch at 3rd South and Main in Logan. Wendy's of Cache Valley, quality is our recipe. Cache Valley Hospital, your first choice for healthcare. Discount Tire and Automotive, so much more than a tire store. Salt Lake Express, offering door-to-door service in Cache Valley and beyond. S.E. Needham Jewelers, where Utah gets engaged. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's television station. Logan with the lead at the half over East.
Now with print, online, and mobile offerings, the Herald-Journal gives you easy access to the news that matters to you.
The paper's here!
We're delivering quality local news to more readers than ever, in more ways than ever. Subscribe today. The Herald-Journal, empowering the community.
Coach, you're in a dogfight here against East, 27-20. The most anybody scored on them all year is 13. You scored 27 in the first half. What'd you tell your kids?
Well, that'll only matter if we win the game, so it doesn't matter if you win by one or how many you score. You got to win by one more than them. So it was a good half for both teams with two good teams on the field, so it's about finishing and making sure we come out on top. If not, it doesn't matter how many you score.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck. Have a good half. Back to you, Eric Olson.
Well, thanks, Lee. That's, it was a fun first half. It was a fun first half for anybody involved. As we take a look at our players of the week, Becca Godfrey out of Logan High School, a soccer player. If you go into one of the locally owned and operated Wendy's, you're going to see these run on their screens there in the restaurant. Justin Kim, a golf player out of Logan High School, also one of the Wendy's All-Stars, an athlete of the week here from Logan. Nicole Peacock, volleyball player. Another Grizzly along with Taylor Compton, who's had a pretty good first half here. So the Wendy's All-Stars and players of the week from Logan High. Thanks to Wendy's for all of their support for the local schools and communities. So go on in there and support Wendy's for supporting all these local kids. Wendy's, quality is our recipe. We're about a minute and a half away from the second half kickoff, so we're going to take a timeout and be back. Let's hope the second half's as fun as the first. You're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
This is a 68 Buick Skylark, and we're just working on the lights. This is a 92 Toyota Corolla, and we're just putting in a new alternator. This is a 97 Pontiac Transport, and we've had the whole motor apart, putting in new intake manifold gaskets.
For all your automotive needs, big or small, see A1 Automotive.
Hi, I'm Wendy. Yep, that one. And I'm proud to introduce Dave's Hot and Juicy Cheeseburgers. They're all new and our best yet, with thicker, hotter, juicier beef, melty cheese, and a warm butter toasted bun. So come on in.
Back at Logan High School, the Grizzlies leading 27-20 over East. And Lee, the first half eventful, her first half fun, hard hitting, and really a good all-around ball game.
Great game to watch. Turnovers, long plays, hard hitting, like you said. Special teams return for a touchdown. What more could you ask for?
East is probably just glad to get out and play with everything that's gone on with them in this last week. They've had player eligibility issues. A board there in Region 6 recommended suspending Coach Maddox for a couple of games, a $1,500 fine, players not able to play until UHSAA clears. Then it goes to UHSAA. It's been at UHSAA all day. They've deliberated all day. They still have not, as of the time they played this game, they came out and they said, well, Coach Maddox can come coach this game, and some interpret that as, and the rumors swirling around as well, he's going to be able to coach this one because he's not going to be able to coach the playoffs, and other rumors going around that, East and Timpview self-reported another ineligible player today, and in those same hearings, and the other rumors going around, East and Timpview both could be stripped of their wins, and probably the two best teams, along with you got the four best teams in 4A are probably Logan, Mountain Crest, East, and Timpview. Mm-hmm. Two of those four may not be able to take place in the playoffs, and so East has had to stare that down all week.
Well, now
they're probably just happy to play.
Yeah, they're just happy to get on the field and hit somebody in the face.
Brady at his 6-yard line. Wrapped up at the 25, and Logan's offense will take over there.
Logan's defense played really well in the second part of that first half. Started figuring out the option and not getting blown off the ball as much as they were in the first quarter. They could do nothing in the first quarter.
Have to keep an eye on Tulutau, big number 2, the fullback for East, and see if he played sparingly toward the end of that second period.
Maybe he's getting gassed too.
Falk moves in the pocket, looking downfield. Good coverage down there by East. Patatefa had the better shot at it, can't haul it in. Patatefa right in the pocket of Brady.
You're right, that's great defense, and lucky for Logan that's not picked off.
Patatefa's running press coverage on Brady again this play. Falk, boy, his receiver kind of tripped coming out of the break. Artist slipped down coming out of his break, 3rd and 10.
Well, slippery on the 4 and the 4-0 out there, I guess.
Logan was driving for what might have been a 2-score lead, and then they coughed up the football. East unable to score off that turnover, but now this drive threatening to stall. 5 of 8 on 3rd down, and Artist can't bring this one in. So 3 and out for Logan.
Well, the ball delivered just a little early. As Falk has to get rid of it. Artist turns and the ball's there.
Internal clock in Falk's head starting to click awfully loud, huh?
Yeah, it's running real fast.
Lowry. Oh, thank you very much. I mean, this is going to be great field position.
I'll bet they marked that about the 35 of Logan.
That's what I would say. Oh, 39. Nobody touched it. It's right off the side of the foot of Lowry, and not the start to the second half that the Grizzlies envisioned. They lead 27-20 after holding East scoreless in that second period. East led 20-7. Logan with 20 unanswered. 252 yards passing for Falk in that first half. And there's the big man, Tulutau, picks up 4. In the first half, East 164 yards on the ground, 81 through the air for 245 total. Logan 271 total, 252 through the air, and 19 on the ground. So, 2 different sides of the coin here, aren't they, Lee?
Yeah.
Power team and the passing team. Baez is going to keep it. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage, but surges forward for a couple. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Pick up a 2. 3rd down and 5 for the left.
Well, this would be a big stop for the Logan defense. They could hold East on this possession, having given up the ball about that almost exact same spot on the 39.
Logan, or excuse me, East 2 of 5 on 3rd downs, and 0 for 1 on 4th. Baez has Tulutau behind him. Baez is going to keep. Baez, a lot of room.
Baez down to the side.
Down to the 23-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain on 3rd and 5. And he looked like he was bottled up, Lee.
Well, we've seen that a lot tonight. Logan has a shot at the running back or quarterback, hers in the backfield. They just can't make that first contact count.
It's almost like, I'm not sure he's got the ball.
That's really what it is.
Not really tackling. Well, tackle him anyway.
By the time they look down to see if the ball's there, they're gone.
Tulutau runs into a wall, and then he finally goes down. No gain. That was Benyon.
Well, you're right. He's not running the way he was earlier in the second quarter. A little bit slower of foot. Still a load to bring down, though.
Tulutau, 929 yards. His average is 8 yards per carry. He's been held to 4.7 yards per carry here tonight. 47 yards on 10 carries. Valles 43 yards on 10 carries. Valles averages 5 yards per carry, so he's about at his average. Again, wow, Logan stacks him up.
No gain on the play.
Again, no gain. Well, here's the last 4 rushes for Tulitown. 5 yards, 2 yards, 4 yards, 0, 0. So he's had a couple of double-digit runs, but then everything else has been tough sledding. Curtis has 2 carries for 68 yards. He's in the wing to the right side. It's him in motion with the ball. And he's wrapped up, and Ballum won't let him go. So it's going to be 4th down and about 6.
4th down and about 5 for Leopard.
The ball spotted on the 19-yard line. That'd be about a 36-yard field goal.
Yeah.
Attempt. I think they'll probably go for it.
I don't know if East knows what a field goal is. They deal in touchdowns, son. Fakafua to the near side. Swenson to the far side. 4th and 6. Valles is going to throw it. Here comes Benyon. Down goes Valles. A flag in the backfield as Wildman gets there. Looks like it'll probably be a hold. Holding East. Logan ball at the 30-yard line. Wildman with the 10-yard sack.
That is a huge, with a capital G play. Huge. Boy, Valles takes a huge drop trying to find some space. Wildman's having nothing to do with it. Tracks him down. In spite of the hold, gets a sack.
Wildman up the middle. Benyon coming off the edge. Nowhere for Valles to go. So Logan's defense does the job. 8 minutes even to play here in the 3rd. Logan still with the 27-20 lead. Big pass rush. Falk hit as he throws. Artist hauls it in.
Oh, unbelievable. I can't believe he got that pass off.
28 yards.
I think Falk's feeling a little bit. He gets hit as he throws. Look at his arm fully extended. I think he might have tweaked his arm a little bit. He's holding it funny, but still on the mark. Artist gets the pass and a big gain.
From the 42-yard line.
162 yards on 9 catches for Artist.
Low Artist again on the reception. Gets down to the 30.
And one of the East defensive linemen is down in the backfield. That's big number 90, Sione Lea'aitoa. And that was Artist again, right? On
that was Artist.
5-yard play. I'm trying to do stats.
Logan's running this no huddle, hurry up offense to try and get these guys gassed. That's exactly what's happening.
They've got me gassed. Artist, 10 catches, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. And big number 90 on the ground for East, and this is exactly what you don't want when you're playing these games that don't really mean anything.
They're checking his knee.
6'2", 250 pounds.
Jeez Louise, what do they feed those kids?
For Lea'aitoa. Hey. These guys are, I mean,
oats in a bucket, hay in the field.
I played with a couple of those Fia boys.
Wow.
When I
Walter.
way back when, and you know what? You look at those guys and you say, oh, it's just not fair. They're so strong and big.
And they're great kids.
Yeah.
Those Fia kids are nice guys.
Yeah. Their own kids now playing in high school. At least Walters is. I think Vaya's got a. I don't know if he's got a son that old yet. He's got a lot of daughters.
Yeah, yeah.
He asked Vaya about it, and he just grins. That's all he ever did was grin. Vaya Fia. As a senior, he was a freshman. When I was a senior, he was a freshman, and he weighed about 30 pounds. Long and gangly. I went for a couple years on an LDS mission. I came home and went up to the school to talk to some of my old coaches, and a great big Polynesian kid comes in. I said, oh my gosh, that's Vaya. He was huge in 2 years. Well, depending on what happens with all of this stuff going on with East and Timpview and all of the other schools playing, and now he's getting up and he's going to walk off on his own. I hope he's okay. You don't want to see any of these guys get hurt.
Well, I just hope it's a little tweak that he can work off this next week and get ready to go.
But with everything going on, with depending on what happens with East and Timpview and their hearings, and with some of the games going on in Region 8, it's still kind of up for grabs who's going to play whom. Logan will be playing the number 3 team out of Region 8.
Could be Maple Mountain.
Could be Maple Mountain. Could be Timpanogos. Right now, it looks like it would probably be Maple Mountain, but again, we don't know. We'll be covering the local teams in the playoffs. 2nd down and 5. Falk steps up, unloads. Artist is free. Touchdown, Logan. 37 yards.
Boy, great footwork by Falk to step up in the pocket, feels the pressure, and then does get that one thrown perfectly to Artist. Look at that, he steps up just right. Not on his back foot this time. He's stepping into that one and puts it right on the money.
.204 yards on 11 catches, 3 touchdowns for Artist. There's a flag on the play. Logan with a procedure penalty. So they're going to back him up and make him kick it again. East has 2 accepted penalties. For Logan, that's their 5th. 50 yards worth on the Grizzlies. 2 15-yarders. Kicks up, kicks good. 34 to 20. Logan extends the lead on East.
How do you, Old Grist Mill? Old Grist Mill Bread Company, Ogden, Brigham, Logan.
Well, Logan getting set to kick off. They lead now 34 to 20 for East. They give up 6.5 points a game. Get your calculator out. They've played 9 games. They've given up 54. They've given up less than 60 points all season. They've given up 34 tonight, and there's 7:06 to play here in the 3rd period. And you can talk about, well, the game doesn't mean anything, and all of the distractions for East, and that may have something to do with it, but
it means something to these kids.
Yeah. Logan again with the short kick. They don't want to kick it to Curtis. Instead, they kick it to Leopata. Leopata,
well, if you're going to let him
41.
If you're going to let him rush it all the way up to the 40, you might as well kick it out of bounds.
Yeah. Is there any wind blowing out there?
Yes.
Well, the flag's hanging right now, so I wondered if either nasty wind, they don't want to get it up into that.
No, just a little breezy, not too windy.
Well, we've seen Reyes kick to the end zone all year, so they must be telling him, hey, we're keep this thing away from certain players. Here's the pitch to Patatefa. He's tripped up after a gain of a yard. It looked like he might have the edge. Nothing doing.
Really impressed with the defense of Logan in his 2nd and 3rd quarters. They've figured out the offense of East, and they're getting to the spot quicker.
Jaden Connor with the tackle. Well, you heard Coach Favero wants to play this team with their triple option attack because other teams, especially in Region 6, run similar offenses, and you're going to see different looks in the playoffs, and you want to see them sometime before you get to the playoffs. Baez keeps it. Baez slips out of some tackles, and Chase Nelson finally hauls him down. Ball's free. The ball was out before Baez was down. There's a flag.
Yeah.
The ball was out early. I don't know if the side judge over there on the side could see it, but from here you could see that ball was on the ground. That should be Logan football.
Coming out with it.
Take a look on the replay here. See Valles fighting for yardage. That ball was definitely out. Somebody puts their helmet on the ball. Valles still up, still up, still up. Ball's out of there. Yeah, we saw it come out of there. He was definitely knocked down, and personal foul against East on top. So there's your insult on top of the injury. Logan with a 2-score lead, and they get the ball back in East territory after East's third fumble of the game. And really, we talked about it in the break, it's more like 5 turnovers for East. They turned it over twice on downs deep in Logan territory. 6:09 to play in the third period. East looked like they were cruising, Lee, 20-7. We looked at each other in the break and said, man, how's Logan going to keep up with this machine?
Well, the turnovers are the story of the game, and that's why Logan's doing a great job executing, but they have a short field.
Here's Rich out of that bunch formation. Little pitch out there to McIntyre, trying to keep that defense honest a little bit and use some time. McIntyre back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
That's a play we've seen never from Logan this season. It's the first time we've seen that sideways pitch.
No safety again for East. Falk looks to the sideline. Coach Vivero hollering something into him. Now he hollers out to his receivers. Here's Compton in the post. Oh boy, did Falk get walloped.
He got rocked, and then a little extracurriculars, and the referee standing there watching. Nothing. No flag.
And it was Corey Rush who took him down, and they were looking for that post. There was no safety there. He had Compton, but he had to get rid of it just a little early. 5:25 to play in the third, 3rd and 10 for Logan. Logan 5 of 9 on 3rd downs. Falk looking for Artist. Artist makes the catch. Touchdown, Logan. Hat trick +1 for Bo Artist. 43 yards. They got away with a little push-off.
Yeah, just a little. I think East got away with a little roughing the passer, so we're all square. Boy, and that's a great throw by Luke Falk. Puts it right on the money. And Artist with his 4th touchdown of the night.
247 yards receiving for Bo Artist. 41-20. Logan extends their lead. Now there's Reyes getting set to kick it off again. Logan coming out of the gates. They've scored 34 straight points, 34 unanswered. It was 20-7.
Wow.
Saw this on Monday Night Football.
Oh, don't remind me.
Let's talk about that.
Let's not talk about the Broncos. Gosh.
You're just mad because the Cowboys lost.
That's true. Poor coaching and
20-7. East was leading this one, and 34 unanswered by Logan. Here's another short kick from Reyes. Out to about the 35 this time is Laupata before he's finally stopped. Getting a little chippy now, Lee.
Yep. I got to admit, though, watching that Monday Night Football game, I did turn it off at half.
Oh, I
24-0.
Plenty of people that did too, and I almost did. And my son said, "Dad, keep watching," and I didn't want to.
Your son's smarter
break
than
his tender little heart. Wait, he's 14. There's nothing tender about that heart.
No kidding.
Curtis in motion. Baez back to throw. Looking for Curtis. This one caught by
nice
Swenson. I don't know how he came up with it. Great catch.
In traffic, goes back to get that ball. Two hands, pulls it in. That's a fantastic catch.
16 yards.
Take a look at the replay here. And this is one of the best catches of the night. In traffic, pulls it back. I can't believe he brought that ball in.
Curtis in motion. Give it to the big guy, to Lutau.
Lutau on the carry.
Picks up about 4.
That's one thing we haven't seen tonight. East doesn't use a hurry-up offense. We haven't seen that at all, and they kind of need that right now. Down 41-20, 4:35 to go in the third quarter. Logan runs that hurry-up offense all the time.
Well, and East playing Logan kind of for the same reason. Hey, we really don't see offenses like this. It'd be nice to see it once before in case we have to see it again in the playoffs. Tulutau with the give, got some running room. Plows his way down to the 35-yard line of Logan for 10 yards. If you've got a truck, you better shoot out the tires.
just grab on and hang on for dear life.
That's right. You just find those ankles and get down on them. First and 10 at the 35-yard line of Logan. East trails by 21. The number 2 team.
Whoa, ball.
All fumble. Logan's got it. The number 2 team in all classifications is East. They're number 1 in 4A, and they're coming apart at the seams tonight.
Well, Baez turns to hand that ball off, and Tulutau runs right into him.
That is 4 fumbles lost tonight by East. And it doesn't matter how big and fast and good you are if you are giving the other team 4 extra possessions.
They're going to snap the ball and he gets run over.
Not on the same page, were they?
Nope, he's feeling a lot like the defensive backs of Logan are tonight, getting run over by Tulutau.
Logan looking for more. 4 wide receivers. They give it to McIntyre. McIntyre squeezes out of a couple of tackles, picks up 2.
McIntyre looks like he's getting up at least 100 pounds to everybody who's trying to hit him.
Make him faster. McIntyre's 5'8", 155, so he is giving up about 100 pounds to everyone trying to hit.
At least.
Casina is 250.
Yeah.
Salt's 230. Big number 90 come back in. Falk straight back. Looking for Compton. He's free. Compton inside the 40 down near the 35-yard line. And Falk took another wallop.
Well, the East defensive backs, you're right. You mentioned it before, have not seen an offense like this before. Falk is picking them apart.
388 yards for Falk. 4 catches, 47 yards for Compton. 2:59 to play in the third. Logan leading by 3 touchdowns. Looking for more. This one doesn't get there. Falk went down on
his knee. Was on the ground.
And he got walloped. They were late blowing the whistle, trying to decide, wait, did I just see that? Did his knee really touch the ground?
DJ News comes in 6 feet 265, and he puts a smack down on Falk, and even though the whistle's blown, they're letting him get beat up tonight a little bit in that backfield. Now, yeah, I'd be concerned about that if I was Coach Favero.
Yeah.
Taking down 17 for Grizzlies.
7-yard loss. Well, the Logan sideline wasn't real happy with